Today I am here to teach you for the second standard. Okay, second standard English subject and lesson number 1, late Kate. Late Kate is a rhyming word also. So I will make you understand why they call the girl as a late Kate. Kate is the name of a girl who was always late in her school time and always late for everything. See, there are many students also who come very late to the school. So in the recess time also their friends call them, why you are late? Can't you come early so that we can play or we can chit chat or we can do some other things. So this was a girl who is always late in her school time. So this story is about a girl, Kate, who is always late in her school and in her playground or anywhere wherever she went always late. She was never on her time, and that's not a good discipline. You should be always on time. Okay, rather in school or in your playground. See, if you follow the time will follow you. If you don't value the time now only, from now only, the time will not value you. Once the time is gone, it will never come back. See, once you are late for your school, the school will never say, okay, she has come now, so let's start the assembly once again. Okay, let's play or let's sing a song once again for her. No, they'll say late. They'll write in a calendar that you are late and you will go again to continue with the next class. But what you have missed will never come again. Your friends can tell you, this happened, that happened, but you really can't go through it again. Okay, so I prefer from now only you should be very punctual to whatever things you are doing. Never be late for anything. Be perfect on time or at least 1 minute earlier, so that even you will be get relaxed for the moment which is going to start or for the lecture which is going to start or for the games. Like you cannot just come run, oh I'm getting late, and you just start playing, or you just can't start writing, your hands will shake, your breath will go up and down, so that's not good for your health also and not for your mind also. You will not understand what the teacher was explaining previously. As before I am starting the lesson to you, I am explaining you about the lesson, what it is about. So when you are missing all these things, like what happened previous lecture or what happens before starting the lecture, and when you are coming, the lecture is going on, you will make it hard to understand. So from now onwards, you promise yourself that you will be never late for anything. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes the auto man is late or sometimes the bus is late. That is a different issue. But make sure that for tuitions, for schools, for playgrounds or for any other things which you really want a time. See, when you go to a doctor, especially a dentist doctor, okay, and you take an appointment like 4 o'clock I will be there, and you are going by 4:30, he will not take you because other patients have taken the appointment. So can you tell him, no, my auto was late and please take me or please take me or please treat me? He will not treat you. He will give you another appointment for the next day, and next day you have to come. And what you will do the next day, because you have missed the previous appointment, what you will do the next day? Next day you will be 5 minutes earlier than your time. Why? Because you really don't want to miss the appointment of your dentist, because he is curing your teeth. Okay, so that's a more plus point when you are reaching on your time, the destination on your time. So this girl was always late in everything, so their friends used to call her Late Kate. So let's read this once, then I'll keep on explaining you about the lesson. So here we are, open your Radiant Reader book, okay, page number 9, lesson number 1, Late Kate. Okay, with that I will explain you grammar also, 1 and more. The first 2 chapters are done for you. I hope you have seen the recording, and the third one I will do for it today if we are getting the time. So let's start with lesson number 1, Late Kate. Here is the story of a little girl called Kate. So there was a little girl whose name was Kate. Kate was always late. So they are telling she was always late for everything. She was late for school, late for play, and late for everything. See, as I told you, once you get that name, that she's always late, she's always, so nobody will in future also wait for you. Okay, let so and so girl come. They'll say no, she will not come on time. She's always late. She's always late. So don't make a track. Okay, don't make that name on you. Try to be always on time and use the time. Time will never come again. From now only, if you get a habit of reaching on time, so that will be a good thing and good manners for you all. So here is the story of a little girl called Kate. Kate was always late. She was late for school, late for play, and late for everything. So her playmates called her Late Kate. So what they call her? See, you get many names in school. See, now as you are in second standard also, your friends must be calling you with funny names as you all enjoy with each other your company. So this Kate also, what the classmates or the playmates. Playmates means the ones who are playing with you on your playtime. They all are called playmates. Schoolmates means the ones who are in your school or in your class. They are called your schoolmates, classmates. Okay, like that. So playmates means the one who play with Kate is used to call her what? Late Kate. And why they used to call her Late Kate? Because she was always late in her playtime or the school time or for everything. Whatever they used to call her, she is always late for everything. So their friends called her Late Kate. I hope this is easy for you. Okay. So next, let's see the next paragraph. One day, Kate went with her dog, Rover. Now she was having one dog with the name of Rover to play on the seashore. Now can you tell me what is seashore? Sea, of course you know what is sea, the ocean, and shore means the starting point of that. As you can see over here, see, seashore means just near the water, standing there. That area is called as a seashore. So one day Kate went with her dog Rover to play on the seashore. For some time they played on the sands. She made some sand cakes with a spade. Now what do you mean by spade over here? If you go to beaches and all, you must be knowing that a handle like this, a handle with the help of that you can dig a sand and make mountains and castles and many things, or you can make tunnels also to shake hand with another person opposite to that, as I used to do with my son. He used to make a mountain and used to pull between them and used to shake the hands between the mountains. He loves that way. So even this Kate who went to a seashore to play with a rover. So for some time they played on the sands. She made some sand cakes with her spade. Then she took off her shoes. She called Rover and said, "Sit here, Rover. Look after my shoes. I am going into the water." So what she said? She was enjoying with the sand, and when she over with enjoying with the sand and all, she decided to go into a water, just little water, and let's enjoy in the water. So she called Rover, "Hey Rover, please come here. Look in my shoes. Otherwise it may happen like the waves are coming and her shoes went off." So what she said? "Hey, sit here, Rover, and look after my shoes, and I am going into the water." So I hope you understand this first page. First page consists of a story of a girl whose name was Kate. Kate was always late for everything. So her playmates called her Late Kate. Okay. So one day with her dog, she went to seashore. Seashore is, here you can see, the end of the sand and the water. The boundary line is called as seashore, where children play, sit, dig a mud, make mountains or make castles and enjoy with the sand a lot. So after playing over there on the seashore, she decided to go into a sea. So she called a rover to sit nearby her and watch her shoes so that she can go into a water. Okay, I hope it is clear. So turn the page, come to page number 10. She ran across the sand to wade in the sea. Wade. W-A-D-E. Wade means to walk through water. Just to go little. Not so much. She was very careful that she don't have to go inside the water. She just went little. Okay, just a little into a water, that is called wade. She ran across the sands to wade in the sea. She just went little in the sea to enjoy with the water. As you must all be playing in the beaches, pushing each other in water, taking water and throwing on each other. So even she just went inside the sea. At first, she did not go far into the water. But she was very careful when she went inside the water. What she did? She went only a little and she was enjoying with the water. The waves move up and down. The waves, as you have seen, must have seen. I can't say you have seen, but many of them you must have seen in TV or with the live experience also. The movement of the waves, they go up and down. Okay. The waves moved up and down. One by one, they came up to her. How happy she was. Now here one question is that why she was happy? She was happy because she was enjoying in the sea. The waves were coming, pulling her, throwing her, and the water splashing on her face. So she was enjoying over there. Because she was enjoying, she was happy. Who was happy? Kate. Okay. But once again she was late. What happened here? Once again she just lost her control on her happiness, and what happened? She was late. Late for what? To coming back. Okay. The big wave came and the wave started pulling her. We'll see in the chapter. But once again she was late. She did not come out of water in time. Okay. A big wave came up. Before she could go, it swiped her into the sea. Swiped her matlab to drive or to be carried away. Means till you recognize or till you are unconscious, I have to go back, and the waves are taking you into the sea. Okay, so she was late. She should not have gone so much deep into the water that she cannot control herself. So be little bit behind. Never go all alone on the sea. Take always your parents or the elder ones nearby you. That's a very one good thing you should always do. Okay. So, but once again she was late. She did not came out of the water in time. A big wave came up. The big wave came, and before she could go back, it swept her into the sea. Before she could realize, I am losing my control on my legs on the sand, and she was into the sea. She gave a cry. What happened when you are not in control of yourself? You start crying. Someone help, someone help. So the same as the girl did, she also cried. Rover heard it. Rover, her dog. Okay. So her dog, who was sitting next to her and watching her shoes. Okay. So he heard her cry. And when he heard her cry, the dogs are always loyal, as you know all. Royal heard it and began to bark. So what did the dog did? Dog started barking so that other people can also hear her and even they can come to help her. But as the rover dog ran into the water and swam out. And what he did, he was not waiting for elders to come and to help her. He himself went in and swam out to save her. Swam means swim. Okay? He was swimming in the water to help the little girl. When he came up to her, he caught her frog between his teeth and swam back to the shore. What happened then? He just went inside and he saw she was only nearby. He caught her frog in her teeth. His teeth was very sharp, as you all know. Dog's teeth are very sharp. So he held his frog in his teeth and he pulled it out. In this way, the brave dog saved Kate. Okay, so if the dog was not there, Kate must have lost his life. So it's very dangerous to go all alone by himself in the sea. So you always have to go with your elders or with your parents. Kate was never late again, and then in the last she realized that we should not be late for anything. Okay, so this is a very simple story. I'll read once again for you all, so it will be easy. So can you do me one thing? Just hold your first finger, that is index finger, on your book and try to read with me. Here is the story of a little girl called Kate. Kate was always late. She was late for school, late for play, and late for everything. So her playmates called her Late Kate. One day, Kate went with her dog Rover to play on the seashore. For some time, they played on the sands. She made some sand cakes with her spade. Then she took off her shoes. She called Rover and said, "Sit here, Rover. Sit here, Rover. Look after my shoes. I am going into the water." She ran across the sands to wade in the sea. At first, she did not go far into the water. The waves moved up and down. One by one, they came up to her. How happy she was! But once again she was late. She did not come out of water in time. A big wave came up. Before she could go back, it swept her into the sea. She gave a cry. Rover heard it and began to bark. The brave dog ran into the water and swam out to save her. When he came up to her, he caught her frog between his teeth and swam back to the shore. In this way, the brave dog saved Kate. Kate was never late again. Okay, so after this incident, she was never late for anything. And I'll just read out the questions and you can write down the answers in your notebook. So first is the word meaning. It's all given in your book. See page number 11. Spade, as I explained you, a tool used for digging. Wade, to walk through water. Swept, to drive or be carried. Brave, feeling or showing no fear. Answer in one sentence. Why did Kate's playmates call her Late Kate? Because she was always late for everything. Where did Kate and her dog Rover play for some time? Near the seashore. What did she ask Rover to do when she was going into the water? She told her to look after her shoes. Why was she happy in the sea? As I explained you, she was enjoying in the water, so she was happy. What did the big wave do to her? The big wave pulled her into the sea and she lost her control. What did Rover do when he heard a cry? Rover was a dog. What he did? He began to bark and he swam into the water to save her. How did the brave dog save Kate? And the same thing, he swam into the water and pulled her out. Choose the correct word. I think that is more easy for you to choose it. So you can choose it and do that for homework. I hope this is very easy for you all. So I will move out to the grammar part. So take out your grammar and composition book. First and second lesson is done for you and I will go with the third, one and more. Okay, one and more is same as singular and plural. In singular means single, plural means more than one. Okay, so we'll go with this. It's page number 11. Read these words. See, there is one balloon, so we have to see here. Look here. There is one balloon, so it is one balloon. And there are more balloons. We cannot write one balloon, one balloon, one balloon. So we just have to count the number of balloon, and we can write that balloons. We just have to add S in that. Okay. Simply by adding S, the number increases. See here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can write as 5 balloons. Okay, not 5 balloon. We have to add S in that. We add S at the end of noun to make them more than one in number. Okay, if it is only one number, so we have to just write down one balloon, and if it is more than that, we have to just add an S and go for it like 5 balloons. Okay, so here are some examples of one dog and 2 dogs. Look here, 1 book and 3 books. And again the same exercise is done downstairs or down also. Add S at the end of these nouns to make them more than one in number. 1 has been done for you. So for the example, they have done 1 for us and we can do rest. For example, see, they have done bird and birds. The 1 bird and so many birds, what we will write as? We just have to add S in that. Bird, birds. Camel, camels. Desk, desk. We just have to write S at the end. Doll, dolls. Okay. So let's change the page. And some more are there. I hope you can do. These are very easy. So I want you to do this for your homework. Okay. So look at the pictures and complete the sentence using the correct word. Add S to the word that are more than 1 in number. See, these are they are helping us by showing the body parts. So let's nose. We have one nose. So we'll write I have one nose. Nose is not. We don't have two noses. Only one nose. So I have one nose. I have two eyes. We cannot write two eye. Only one eye we cannot write. So we have to write S, add S in that. So we will write I have two eyes. Okay. In the same way, I have 2 ears. I have 5 fingers. So we just have to add S in that. We add ES to nouns that end with S, double S, SH, CH, X and O to make them more than 1 in number. So there are some nouns in which we have to write, we have to add ES or SS. Now we have to add ES. Okay, for example, see, box. So we have to add ES, boxes. We just don't write S. So there are some nouns in which we have to add ES also. Glass, glasses. And here are some examples. I hope this is easy and even this you can do for your homework. So we are coming to page number 30. Read the sentence. Write O if the underlined word is 1 and M if it is more than 1. So you have to just write O and M. If it is 1, you have to write O, and more than 1, then M. So for example, Tina brought pencils and notebooks. Pencils, not pencils. So it is more than 1, so we will write there M. I saw a duck on the lake. He is saying duck, not ducks. So O. Pam is wearing a pink hat, not hat. So again O. These dresses are beautiful. Dresses means more than 1. So we'll write there M. My front tooth hurts. So only one tooth, not teeth. So O. So I hope this was easy for you to do it. And again here it is. Write the words that match the picture. 1 has been done for you. Again the same thing. Instead of O, you have to just write down 1 man, 1 rose, 5 roses. Okay, so this is very easy for you. So 1 and more. 1 and more chapter is easy. It's easy. It's same as singular and plural. 1 is used for only one thing, like for example 1 balloon, and for many things it is we just have to add there S for balloons. So I'll come back with the next chapter and see you in the next section. Thank you so much.